Hi, my name's Brigita Ozolins, and I'm making work about the links between language and liberty for Hobart Current. The word liberty is really complex because it can be interpreted in so many different ways, philosophically, politically, and socially. It's not just about having total freedom. For liberty to actually work, it's also about living within certain laws and bounds. But it's when those bounds become overly restrictive, such as under a communist regime or a dictatorship, that personal liberty is at risk. Now, one way of controlling liberty is to control the use of language and thus the voice of the people. So my project is going to focus on how language can be used as a voice for liberty. But I'm not interested in making an overt political statement about language and liberty, and I don't want to make a statement about a specific cause or issue. My aim is to arouse curiosity and invite people to question their personal understanding of liberty and how it is achieved. Unfortunately, I can't actually reveal any details of my project because that would totally spoil the surprise element that is inherently part of the work. If I tell you now, it's going to give everything away. But I can tell you that I want to make a really bold and exciting statement by installing a text-based work in a public site. And I've been looking for somewhere that's fairly close to the Tasmanian Museum and Art Gallery, where the other artists in Hobart Current are going to be showing their work, and a site that's also sort of quite visible to the public from a range of different directions. So most of my time since September last year has been spent finding the right location and then seeking the permission I need to ensure that the project can go ahead in that location. I'm now happy to say that I've actually found what I think is an ideal site, but I can't reveal it to you because, as I said, it's going to spoil the surprise that is part of this work. I also don't want to reveal what the particular text is that I plan to use for the work, but I do want to tell you a little bit about the process of finding the right words. So I've been searching for a quote that's short, a little mysterious, that will invite people to think about their own relationship to liberty and to language. But initially, I had my heart set on using a quote from George Orwell's 1984, because one of the key themes of that book is the control of society through controlling its use of language. And the protagonist, Winston Smith, is essentially employed by the government to rewrite history, to write what today we call fake news. I found some really fantastic quotes in 1984, and one of them I felt was absolutely perfect for the first site that I'd hoped to use for this project. But unfortunately, that wasn't possible for a range of different reasons. So I had to consider alternative sites, and I had to take their individual contexts into consideration. And sadly, I had to abandon the George Orwell quote because it just wasn't quite right for the site that I've found. But I have settled on a new statement that is short, that can be taken in quickly and easily, that stands against oppression and control, and that I think can be read in a broad context that can apply to anyone from any background. And I'm going to leave it there because this project has to remain a mystery, really, until Hobart Current opens.